Hello, this is Mr. Takaro again in my second video in the beautiful math series that I'm starting. Today we're going to look at long division. Reason being is I've had a lot of students who have trouble remembering the procedure because to them it is a procedure, just something to memorize, right? So a lot of times it's taught as a procedure that they just kind of keep on repeating. For example, how many times does the 5 go into the 6? One time, then they have to remember where to write the 1. You have to write it above the 6, and then they don't understand why they have to write it there. So the whole thing is just can be confusing for some students. So I try to kind of teach it a little bit differently, and I use the idea of money when I do it because everybody understands the concept of money. So let's think about this problem right here, all right? If I have $6,235 and I'm dividing that or divvying it up between 5 different people, all right? I'm gonna draw some circles for the different people. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, all right? So here's my 5 people. All right, so let's start with my thousands place. Now imagine we have such thing as $1,000 bills. So we have 6 of them. So I can give each of the 5 people one of my $1,000 bills. So let me go ahead and do that. Give me a second. So I have just given each person $1,000, all right? So above the thousands place, that's where I put my 1, all right? Because I'm dealing in thousands, all right? And so the next step is multiplication. Well, 5 times 1, well, why is that? Well, if I've just handed out $1,000 to 5 different people, how much money have I just handed out? I've just handed out $5,000. So you write your 5 under your thousands place. Now, if it even makes more sense, you can just go ahead and write 5,000. It's the same thing, right? Normally you don't see that, right? You just see them write the 1 times 5, right? But the reason being is the 5 is in the thousands, so we are subtracting 5,000, all right? And we are left with 1,000 left, all right? Which we can't divide up. So in the long division process, we bring down the 2, all right? But what are we really doing? Well, what we're doing is we're turning that $1,000 bill that's left over into 10 $100 bills. And we're adding the 2 other $100 bills to make 12 $100 bills. All right, so with the 12, I can hand out 2 $100 bills to each of the 5 people. So now let's go ahead and do that. 200, 200, 200, 200, and 200. All right, so I write a 2. There's my division part. 5 goes into 12 2 times. All right, and now I've handed out $200 to each of the 5 people. So 5 times 2 is 10. So I've handed out 10 $100 bills. All right, so let's see how many $100 bills are left. We have 2. All right, can't divvy those out, so I drop down to 3. So what am I really doing? I'm converting my 2 $100 bills into 20 $10 bills, bringing down the 3, so I have 23 $10 bills. All right, so I can give 4 $10 bills to each person. That's $40. All right, so now I put a 4 in the tens place. I just gave them 4 $10 bills. All right, next I have handed out 4 $10 bills, so that's 20 $10 bills. 4 times 5 is 20. I have 3 $10 bills left, which I can't divvy out. Drop down to 5. I'm turning my 3 $10 bills into 30 $1 bills, adding them to the 5. All right, so now I can hand out 7 $1 bills to each person. All right, 5 goes into 35 7 times. All right, 5 times 7 is 35. As you can see, I've handed out $35 in that step, and I have nothing left over. So I've handed out $1,247 to each of the 5 people.